2023 was a big year for the Tunica-Biloxi Tribe of Louisiana. The tribe's chairman and CEO, Marshall Purite, secured millions in grant money to invest in the tribe's progress. Though the grant focuses on housing and economic growth, the chairman says the real goal is to create a self-sufficient Native community.
Thank you and welcome to the Tunica-Biloxi Reservation. It's great to have you.
So 2023 was a pretty eventful year for the Tunica-Biloxi Tribe. It was awarded 2 major grants, and one of them was to revitalize a manufacturing building. And can you tell me a little bit about what that revitalization looks like?
Yeah, the revitalization look like is the old Garrett's plant. Used to be an old sewing factory. It was shut down over 20 years ago. And we thought it would be a great opportunity to restore it, retrofit it, and utilize it for advanced manufacturing and textiles.
In another interview that you were in, you mentioned that this was a way to establish economic sovereignty. Can you first explain what that phrase means?
Economic sovereignty is the ability for Tunica-Biloxi to create entrepreneurs within its nation. And it's the ability to create jobs, much needed jobs, living wage jobs, not only for our tribal citizens, but for the non-tribal citizens elsewhere.
Wow. So do you think that there's a definite need for that in this community?
Yes, not only for this community, I would say all rural America, all of America. If you look at over the last 100 years, the topography of job creating, we went from the agriculture era to the industrial era, where our Tunica-Biloxi or Indian country or people of color did not have a seat at the table, nor their voices heard. Now, as we enter the telecommunication era, we not only have a voice at the table, but our seat at the table, but our voice is not only heard, but it's amplified. So we see this as a huge opportunity, just not about creating jobs, but meaningful jobs.
So really, it's like a financial liberation.
Yes, it is.
How's the project going so far?
It's going great. We are getting ready to start the restoration part of it, the refurbishing part of it, and then we are going to go through the retrofitting part. So we think within 12 to 18 months, we are going to be operating. But during the interim, we are going to operate the textiles in a smaller facility, the old Ace Hardware building, within the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Wow, 4 to 6 weeks. That is very soon.
Yes.
Are you excited?
I'm extremely excited. It brings pride to our people to know that we're building a vision from the ground up, and together, collectively, we're going to make that vision come to fruition.
So you mentioned economic progress and also creating meaningful jobs and minimum wage. So it seems like you want to make this area more affordable and more livable for the community. And that kind of ties into the next grant that you guys acquired. And that one was focusing on housing and creating housing here. Can you tell me, why is there a need for affordable housing in the Tunica-Biloxi community?
Why is because it's a need throughout rural America, all of America, for affordable housing. The prices have skyrocketed over the last 3 years. We have to give our people an opportunity to become homeowners, not just being stewards or leasing property. We want them to create their own opportunity and giving them the wherewithal that is needed, access to affordable housing starts there. You know, when we look at housing, people think housing is a means to secure you from the elements. But in Tunica-Biloxi, it's way more than that.
So all about moving forward and creating more opportunities for the community. About how many housing units will this grant afford?
This grant is for 19 homes.
19 homes?
Yes.
Are they going to be single family? Are they going to be 2-story, 1-story?
It's going to be single as well, multifamily dwellings, all 1 story. And again, it's just, we are truly excited about that opportunity.
You mentioned that all of this has been in the works for a generation. How do you feel being the chairman at this time whenever you're able to get all of these resources to build the community up?
Humble yet honored, because I seen the sacrifices firsthand on what my father and my mother had to go through, a lot of the ancestors of Tunica-Biloxi. And you can see the pictures that were around us 45, 50 years ago. This was just weeds. We had 4 or 5 homes on here. Now we have over 80 homes, and once we continue to add on, it's gonna, there's no doubt in my mind, the vision that we're creating, our ancestor is smiling down upon us.
What do you think this means for other Native nations in Louisiana?
What it means for them is empowerment, encouragement, inspired, because they know if Tunica-Biloxi Nation can do it, they can as well. And that's why we're so willing to help out our brothers and sisters throughout Indian country. Indian country consists of 578 tribal nations, and we have a relationship with the vast majority of them.